There are two players that really stood out here. Ron Holland, the rookie, with 26 points on 14 shots. But Payton Pritchard, Zeke, we talked about him before the game. We talked about him at halftime.
Missed free throw. Horford the rebound. Here's Pritchard. He loves these. Puts it up half court of the buzzer. Bang! Pritchard at the buzzer with a three-pointer. He's done it again!
How do the Boston Celtics keep pulling off NBA heists that feel straight out of a movie? Their latest masterstroke, turning Payton Pritchard into one of the league's most valuable weapons on a deal so outrageously good, it's almost laughable. Let's break it down. Pritchard accounts for just 4.7% of Boston's cap space this season, and that number decreases every year. By 2028, he'll be earning just $8.3 million in absolute steal. But here's the kicker: Pritchard isn't just some role player, he's currently the odds-on favorite to win Sixth Man of the Year by a landslide. Amid a season riddled with injuries, Kristaps Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White have all missed time, and aging vets like Drew Holiday and Al Horford are no longer Ironmen. The Celtics desperately needed someone to step up. Enter Pritchard. Through 21 games, the former Oregon Duck has been a revelation, averaging 16.4 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 2.9 assists per game. He's shooting a blistering 48% from the field, 43% from deep on 8.5 attempts, and 87% from the line. And don't forget the defensive hustle, he's adding over a steal per game too. And then there's his recent stretch of absolute dominance over his last 4 games. Pritchard is putting up 24.5 points and over 5 rebounds per game, shooting an outrageous 55% from the field and 49% from 3 on 11 attempts per game. These are Steph Curry-like numbers, from a player earning a fraction of the price. To put this in perspective, Pritchard's $6.6 million salary this year is a third of what Bruce Brown is making, and significantly less than guys like DeAndre Hunter, Kyle Kuzma, Clint Capella, and Terry Rozier, players he's currently outperforming by a mile. And here's the scary part: the Celtics consider Pritchard only their 6th best player. This is a team that's already one of the most complete in the league and continues to dominate. Imagine the Boston Celtics faced heavy criticism for extending Payton Pritchard last year, but now he's the secret weapon propelling their championship aspirations. Coming off a 2024 NBA Finals victory, the Celtics were already favorites to repeat this year. But the big X factor in their title defense? Payton Pritchard, a player whose value Boston cleverly secured when it seemed at its lowest. Let's rewind. In 2023, Pritchard struggled, averaging just 5.5 points, 1.8 rebounds, and 1.3 assists on 41% shooting in only 13 minutes per game. Critics questioned Boston's decision to extend him, especially when the Celtics had passed on players like Desmond Bane, an offensive all-star talent, and Jaden McDaniels, a defensive force. At the time, it looked like Boston had fumbled their pick. Fast forward to now, and Pritchard is outshining both those players and doing it on a bargain contract. While Bane and McDaniels are earning massive extensions, Pritchard is locked in for under $10 million a year for the next 4 years. What makes this story even juicier? Just before his extension, Pritchard actually requested a trade. He was buried in the depth chart behind players like Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon, who went on to win Sixth Man of the Year, and newly acquired Derek White. Boston, already $4 million into the luxury tax with only 12 players signed, had tough financial decisions to make, especially with Grant Williams' free agency looming. Instead of letting Pritchard walk or trading him, the Celtics bet on his potential, and now that gamble is paying off big time.
Now 1 of 4 from the floor. Golden State shooting just 32%. Pritchard scoops it in.
Pritchard isn't just holding his own, he's becoming an integral piece of Boston's rotation, delivering when his team needs him most. The narrative has flipped entirely, and it's hilarious looking back at how much doubt surrounded him just a year ago. Currently ranked 15th in the league for 3-point attempts and 7th per 36 minutes, Pritchard is averaging a staggering 8.6 threes per game.
Oh, Pritchard banks in the three at the buzzer.
That's more than names like James Harden, Trae Young, and Klay Thompson, legends who've built their reputations as high-volume snipers. But here's the twist: Pritchard isn't just taking shots, he's hitting them with some of the best efficiency in the league.
Pritchard magic!
Among players attempting more than 5 threes per game, only a select few: Steph Curry, Buddy Hield, Karl Anthony Towns, Kyrie Irving, AJ Green, and Norman Powell are outshooting him in percentage. Being mentioned alongside the greatest shooter of all time and some of the league's top specialists isn't just impressive, it's a testament to how far Pritchard has come. What makes this rise even more fascinating is his journey as a shooter. During his 4 years at Oregon, Pritchard's shooting was a roller coaster. As a freshman, he shot 35% from 3 and 39% from the field, but he exploded in his sophomore year, hitting 41% from deep and 44% overall. His junior year saw a slump minus 32% from three, but he bounced back as a senior with 41% from three and 46% from the field. Fast forward to this season, and his shooting splits are jaw-dropping. From downtown, 45% on catch and shoot threes, 5.5 attempts per game. 39% on pull-up threes, 3 attempts per game. And it's not just limited to long range. 50% on catch and shoot twos. 65% on pull-up twos. 70% at the rim. Let that sink in. A 6 guard is shooting 70% at the rim, defying expectations for a player of his size. Pritchard's transformation into a reliable offensive weapon couldn't have come at a better time for the Celtics. While injuries and aging stars have tested their depth, Pritchard has emerged as a consistent threat who fits perfectly into their system. Pritchard is shooting a jaw-dropping 47% on contested threes, while his percentages dip slightly to 45% on open threes and 40% on wide-open attempts. It's a baffling stat, one that defies conventional basketball logic. How can a player thrive under pressure but falter when given space? Yet that's what makes Pritchard's game so fascinating. His efficiency isn't just a fluke, it's backed by advanced stats. He's posting career highs in several metrics. True shooting percentage, an incredible 67.8%, a massive leap from last year's 59.7%. Usage rate up to 20%, the highest of his career. Turnover percentage at a career low, despite the increased responsibility. This level of production comes at a crucial time for the Celtics. With injuries plaguing key players like Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, and Derek White, and veterans like Al Horford and Drew Holiday managing heavy mileage, Pritchard's durability and consistent availability shine even brighter. The Celtics, sitting at 174 and boasting the league's top net rating, remain heavy favorites for the championship. Their third-ranked defense and eighth-ranked defense showcase their balance, and Pritchard has been instrumental in both facets. For a player who began the season under scrutiny and with limited expectations, Payton Pritchard has taken this opportunity and run with it. Whether it's knocking down contested threes, keeping turnovers low, or providing a steadying presence, he's proving to be an invaluable asset to Boston's title chase. While stars like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown continue to lead the charge, Pritchard's emergence has been equally pivotal for Boston's dominance this season. Tatum is performing at an MVP level, while Brown, despite a slow start, is steadily finding his rhythm. Derek White, on the other hand, has been nothing short of sensational, averaging career highs across the board and earning the nickname the Michael Jordan of role players. Yet, amid all this, it's Pritchard's efficiency and versatility that stand out. Imagine this on the open market. Pritchard could easily command $20 million annually. His impact is undeniable for a Celtics team that leans heavily on three-point shooting. Pritchard, alongside sharpshooters like White and even aging veterans like Al Horford, has become an integral part of Boston's offense. However, questions remain about their depth. If Pritchard moves into the starting lineup or continues to be their most reliable bench player, Boston might need more consistent contributions from players like Sam Hauser or rookie prospects like Neemias Queta and Jordan Walsh. The Celtics, sitting atop the league with championship aspirations, owe much of their success to this collective effort. But with aging veterans and injury concerns, could Pritchard's role grow even larger as the season progresses? What do you think? Is Payton Pritchard a future all-star in disguise, and can he elevate the Celtics to another title? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed this breakdown. To catch you in the next one, peace.